Hello everyone and welcome to our educational session. The topic of it is an analysis of the Nordic model, socialist or capitalist. My name is Paul Arsov and I'm the founder of the Decentralized web project, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the projects we are working on in the end of this presentation. But let's get back right to the topic of the presentation. Nordic countries are like countries located in Europe, and the list of these countries include Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and Finland. They are frequently cited in discussions on socialism, but this representation is a significant misinterpretation of their actual economic and social systems. The extensive exploration aims to dissect the Nordic model in depth, revealing its capitalist core, sophisticated use of tax revenues, and the nuanced reasons behind its common mislabeling as socialism. Repeatedly, the leaders of Nordic nations have declared their commitment to capitalism and a free market economy, distancing themselves from socialism. Despite these clear statements, these countries, there continues to be a recurring trend where individuals incorrectly label these countries as examples of socialist or socialistic models. The persistent mislabeling overlooks the explicit economic stances these countries have taken, leading to a distorted misunderstanding of their actual economic systems. The best we can do is call it social democracy based on a core of capitalism. In contemporary discourse, the term social welfare and socialism are often intermingled, leading to a pervasive misunderstanding of their distinct natures. We want to delineate these concepts with precision, underpinning the argument with factual and theoretical evidence. Social welfare relies or refers to a system where the government undertakes the responsibility to provide certain basic services and support to its citizens. This includes initiatives like healthcare, education, unemployment benefits, and public housing. The primary objective of social welfare is to enhance the living standards of individuals, particularly those in need, thereby ensuring a baseline of equality in access to essential services. On the other hand, socialism is an economic and political ideology that advocates for the ownership and regulation of the means of production by the community as a whole. In its purest form, socialism seeks to redistribute wealth more equally among its population, often through more radical and forceful means than social welfare policies. The focus on socialism extends beyond providing basic services to a completely restructuring of the economic system to eliminate private ownership of capital. The crucial distinction lies in the approach and scope. Social welfare does not necessitate a fundamental change in economic structures or the abolition of private property. Instead, it operates within the existing capitalist framework using mechanisms like taxation to fund services and benefits. Socialism, conversely, involves a comprehensive overhaul of the economic system towards collective ownership. Understanding this distinction is so vital for informed discourse in public policy. While social welfare seeks to mitigate the inequalities inherent in a capitalist system, socialism proposes a different economic system altogether. Misconstruing these concepts not only leads to semantic confusion but also hinders constructive policy discussions. Communism represents the most extreme form of socialism, characterized by a complete elimination of class distinctions and the absence of private ownership in this system. The society collectively owns all property and resources, aiming for a classless societal structure. Socialism, while also emphasizing collective ownership, permits some small degree of private ownership. In a socialist system, the state predominantly controls industries, services, and properties, yet class structures still exist. The fundamental distinction between these two ideologies and capitalism is that socialism and conversely, by its extension, communism do not support a free market economy where the majority of property, services, and industries are privately owned. The Nordic model, as we understand it today, evolved over several decades, primarily in the post-World War II era. Its development can be traced back to the late 1930s and early 1940s, with significant advancement occurring during the 1950s and 1960s. The model is characterized by its unique combination of comprehensive welfare state and a capitalist market economy, and its development was influenced by various social, political, and economic factors unique to the Nordic countries: Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, and Iceland. In the 1930s, the Nordic countries began developing social policies that led to the groundwork of their future welfare states. This period saw the introduction of various social instance schemes and labor market policies. During and after World War II, there was a strong push towards social solidarity and economic stability, which accelerated the development of welfare policies. The post-war economic boom in Europe provided the necessary resources for the expansion of the social welfare programs. In the 1950s and 1960s, Nordic governments, many led by social democratic parties, implemented policies such as universal healthcare, free education, and extensive social security systems. By the 1970s, the Nordic model had matured with a comprehensive set of welfare programs firmly in place. This period also saw increased government intervention in the economy and high levels of taxation to fund the welfare state. In the 1980s and 1990s, Nordic countries faced economic challenges, including inflation, rising unemployment, and fiscal deficits. These challenges prompted a series of reforms to make the welfare state more sustainable, including deregulation, privatization, and welfare reforms. In the 21st century, the Nordic model has continued to evolve, balancing welfare policies with economic competitiveness. The countries have focused on maintaining high level of labor force participation, innovation, and adapting to globalization. Now coming to the Nordic model, beneath the veneer of extensive social programs lies a dynamic capitalist economy characterized by private ownership, open markets, and competitive global stance. The Nordic countries are powerhouses of private enterprise. Volvo and Ericsson from Sweden, Nokia from Finland, and Maersk from Denmark exemplify this global corporate success, underscoring the capitalist nature of these economies. These nations are not isolated socialist paradises, but are deeply integrated in the global economy. They actively participate in international trade and foster environments conducive to technological innovation and entrepreneurship. The rise of globally competitive startups in these regions, such as Spotify and Rovio Entertainment, underscores this point. The extensive social welfare programs in Nordic countries are often seen as hallmarks of socialism. However, then they function within a fundamentally capitalist framework. High tax rates support a range of public services. These include not just healthcare and education, but also substantial investments in public infrastructure, research and development, and social security systems. The effective use of these funds reflects a sophisticated approach to public finance that prioritizes societal well-being alongside economic growth. Unlike the redistributive goal of socialism, the Nordic welfare state is designed to enhance productivity. For example, Finland's focus on high-quality education creates a skilled workforce, driving innovation and economic competitiveness. The Nordic governments demonstrate how strategic state intervention can coexist and even enhance the capitalist economy. While the market drives economic activity, the government intervenes to correct market failures and ensure social welfare. This includes regulations to provide fair competition and prevent monopolies, unlike socialist economies where the state often controls key industries. Environmental policies in these countries are a blend of regulatory frameworks and market-based solutions. For instance, Norway investment in electric vehicle infrastructure, and Swedish carbon taxation system showcase how environmental concerns are addressed within a capitalist framework. The misinterpretation of the Nordic model as socialist stems from superficial analysis of its welfare policies. Despite their extensive welfare systems, these countries rank high on economic freedom indexes, feature inconsistent with socialist economies. This includes factors like business freedom, investment freedom, and property rights. Values and individual rights. In contrast to many socialist regimes, Nordic countries are characterized by their strong commitment to democracy, individual rights, and freedom of expression. The aging population and drop in fertility in Nordic countries is presenting significant challenges to their welfare model. As the population grows older, there is an increased demand for healthcare and elderly care services, leading to rising costs and placing additional strain to healthcare systems. Pension systems are also under pressure, with concerns about their sustainability due to the longer support required for an expanding elderly demographic. The demographic shift is leading to potential labor market shortages as the working age population decreases. In turn, this could result in slower economic growth, impacting the ability to generate significant tax revenues to fund welfare programs. To address labor shortages, immigration is seen as a potential solution, although it comes with integration challenges. Additionally, technological advancement and policy adaptations are being considered to manage these issues, such as encouraging older workers to remain in the workforce longer and utilizing digital healthcare solutions. The Nordic model, famed for its balance of welfare and economic efficiency, is thus facing a crucial test in adapting to these demographic challenges. In addition to cultural, economic, and political factors, the Gini index, income gap, and natural resources also play significant roles in determining the feasibility of the Nordic model in other geographies. Low-income inequalities. The Nordic countries have some of the lowest Gini index scores in the world, indicating low-income inequality. This is a result of their extensive production enhancement policies and welfare programs. In countries with high income inequality, implementing the Nordic model would require massive redistribution, which could be politically and socially challenging. High Gini index scores often reflect deeper systemic economic issues that cannot be addressed simply by adopting another region policies. Some northern countries like Norway have significant natural resources such as oil, which have been effectively managed and used to fund their welfare programs. The state's control over these resources and the wealth generated from them is a unique aspect in their economic model. Other countries may not have the same level of natural resources or may have already allocated resource revenue differently. Additionally, managing resources wealth effectively and equitably, avoiding the resource curse, requires strong, transparent institutions which may not be present in all countries. Larger economies may face complexities in scaling such policies, and countries at different stages of economic development um, might struggle to generate sufficient wealth in order to redistribute it. The success of the Nordic model is partly due to efficient tax system and high level of public trust in government spending. Citizens see their tangible benefits from their tax redistributions, including the social contract. In countries where tax evasion is widespread or where public spending is inefficient or corrupt, increasing taxations to Nordic levels could be both impractical and unpopular. The development of Nordic institutions over decades, underpinned by social trust and democratic norms, has been crucial for their model's success. Other countries with different historical and institutional backgrounds may not have the requisite foundations for a similar model. The Nordic model represents a unique blend of free market capitalism and an extensive welfare state. The model defies the traditional dichotomies of socialism and capitalism, offering a third way that combines economic efficiency with social equity. It is a testament to the potential of a well-regulated capitalist economy to generate wealth while ensuring broad-based societal well-being. And with this said, I'm ending the educational presentation, and I'm coming back to the beginning of this presentation when I told you that my name is Paul Arsov and I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project. In the Decentralized Web project, we're building decentralized communication and advertising platform, and it has its own blockchain instance and offers rewards to the participants in the platform. The website of this project is decentralizedweb.org. Decentralized and web, these are two words and they're typed all together. Decentralized web, then there's dot and it ends with org. With this said, I'm going to the second project I like to mention, and this is the 3D NFT project. With this, the unique and special thing of this project is that we built our own 3D software engine, and this 3D software engine, it opens a window on a computer screen, it reads the 3D object file and it loads it in the window, and then it starts animating in a way of moving this object in a random fashion around the window. In addition to these basic capabilities, the 3D software engine has multiple additional capabilities. The first additional capability it has is the capability of speaking. The 3D NFTs can speak either in a male voice or female voice or in a whisper kind of a voice. In addition to the three basic voices, there are three different flavors of voices. The 3D NFTs can speak either in a normal speed or in a fast speed or in a slow speed manner. The next additional capability is the capability of voice recognition. The 3D NFTs can recognize voice commands, and for example, if you have a 3D NFT which is moving in a random fashion around a window, you can issue your very first voice command to the 3D NFT to stop moving. And then the 3D NFT is going to stand still and stop moving. The next additional capability to the 3D software engine is the capability of them having a basic artificial intelligence. You can ask the 3D NFT, who are you? And then you are going to get an answer. You can ask the 3D NFT to describe something, and then the 3D NFT is going to describe things like Web3 or decentralization or Russia in few sentences back. The last but not least important capability of the 3D NFTs is the capability of them being displayed in a way of stereoscopics. What stereoscopics means is that part of the 3D NFT is going to be displayed in red or reddish colors, and another part of the 3D NFT is going to be displayed in blue or bluish colors. Then with special glasses, when you put these special glasses, you're going to see that one lens of these glasses is red and the other lens of these glasses is blue, cyan. And when you put these glasses on and request displaying of the 3D NFTs in a way of stereoscopics, you're going to see the 3D NFT coming out of the flat two-dimensional computer screen, and you're going to see it in real 3 dimensions. With this said, I'd like to mention the website and URL of this 3D NFT website. It is 3dnft.decentralizedweb.org. 3D NFT is typed in a way of the number 3 followed by the letter D followed by 3 other letters NFT, and it is all together 3D NFT. Then there is dot, then there are two words, decentralized and web, and they're typed all together, decentralized web. Then there is dot and it ends with org. And with this said, I'm ending talking about this second project. The third project that we work on is a project about building products for charging of electric vehicles. The products that we're building are going to handle up to 4 different electric vehicles, and they have remote control capability through wireless connection. They are all fitted with a near-field communication reader where the user can identify themselves by their debit card, credit card, or like a near-field communication card, or a near-field communication ring, or a near-field communication keychain token. And also our products include current measuring device which can measure the exact amount of current and power consumed by electric vehicle, and they can report this back to the owner of the electric vehicle or the electric utility. This is very important capability because with the exponential growth of electric vehicles, there is going to be increased strain on the electric distribution network, and to alleviate and mitigate these challenges to the electric grid, we can include this remote turning on, turning off, and reporting capabilities directly to the electric utility, so that the electric utility is not going to face exponential demand at a specific time, for example midnight, when there's a low tariff of electricity, and the electric vehicle owners want to start charging at this specific time. With this said, I like to tell you the name and the URL of this project. It is power.rstack.com. Power is the ordinary word for power, then there is dot, then there is a word which sounds like rstack, and I can spell it letter by letter. It's Alpha Romeo Sierra Tom Echo Charlie Hotel. Then there's dot, and it ends with com. Once again, power.rstack.com. The final project that I like to mention is the project about building artificial intelligence agents, and currently this project is building a prototype of an agent where the one language model is communicating with another language model, and the human is just observer of the interaction between two different language models. In addition, in general, language models are presented by requesting text and answering text on a computer screen, but what we are going to do is actually verbalizing this exchange with specific voices, be it male voice or female voice, and also we are going to be displaying avatars of these two different models, and we could also provide a video of this interaction to the user who is using this specific agent, who can then post it to websites like YouTube or TikTok, and get interest and views and likes. And with this said, I'm ending talking about the projects, and I'm ending this presentation. Thank you for listening, thank you for viewing. Have a nice day, have a nice evening, and goodbye.